Good evening, everybody, and welcome back to a Manic Tea party. Tonight's special edition, and I always say a special edition because it's always special to spend an evening with Manic Exorcism. Tonight, we took the time to review I Drink Your Blood. Are you getting this, DD?
Not really, but it looks beautiful anyways.
It's beautiful.
It's the DVD, trust us.
It's the DVD. I Drink Your Blood, courtesy of Netflix. I ordered this, it was in my queue, and it wasn't even in my top DVDs, but I was informed yesterday that I Drink Your Blood will be arriving today. Providence, or was it Satan?
Well, I thought it was pretty good whenever it showed the menu. You know, it's got
the menu was the best part of the whole movie.
Yeah, they had
For fuck's sake.
They had like bodies littered everywhere, and you know they had these cheap little animations.
Remember that? Nice. The animation, the guy slaughtered slaughtered a bunch of people, and their body parts filled the screen.
No, what happened? There was a guy with a hatchet.
Yeah, he chopped them up.
No, they had a whole bunch of gunfire.
Oh, is that what happened?
Yeah, they blew him to shreds with a shotgun in the background, and then you see his body parts go flying across the screen.
Like I said, but it was like someone got slaughtered and their body parts, and that became the menu options. Yeah. But let it be a word of warning. This movie, the best part of the whole fucking movie, is the menu screen. Oh my god. How bad is your movie when the best part of your fucking film is the motherfucking menu?
Well, obviously the people who made the menu didn't put
more time into it.
Yeah, well, they didn't make the film. So.
Yeah, that's obvious. Either that or they had a burst of creativity. Okay, this is one of those kind of movies. I Drink Your Blood is one of those movies that seems like everyone's heard of but no one's ever seen. Kind of like the Crazy Fat Ethel series and Attack of the Killer Tomatoes.
Right.
So,
we should have watched that one.
Yeah, we might end up watching that one. I own that. And I'm sure it's better.
We should have watched that.
Crazy. You know, I've mentioned this before. When we were talking about Teenage Ghost Camp, you know you made a piece of shit film when Crazy Fat Ethel 1 and 2 are better productions. Right. And that's the same way with I Spit on Your... I Drink Your Blood.
So I Drink Your Blood was actually better than Teenage.
It's better than Teenage. I'm just saying Crazy Fat Ethel. Crazy Fat Ethel was better than this.
Right.
I'm a big fan of Priscilla Alden, so may she rest in peace.
Yeah.
This movie, Dan, tell me, what the hell can you redeem from this film? There were a lot of tits.
There were, but they're very uninspired tits.
Were the girls what you would say alluring?
The ones that weren't really involved with any of those scenes, but they pretty much found like the scum of the earth, and they're like, "Hey, you want to be in a
trash film?"
Yeah, I couldn't even think of an appropriate word.
This film was horrible. This movie was really bad. This movie, I found out about this movie through the menus and special features of Cannibal Holocaust. Believe it or not, it was actually part of the previews. And I saw it, and I thought, well, that could have the potential of being utter shit. Or
from Cannibal Holocaust.
Yeah, so that's what I thought. I thought, well, it could be.
You told me this was going to be an exploit film.
It is an exploitation film. It is a part of the Grindhouse series, but it's not from Street Show. It's from another company that I've not had too many dealings with.
Well, what about it was making it horrible? Like
the music.
The music was pretty bad.
And I tell you what made it horrible.
I think it was bad too.
The characters. Okay, before. You think we'll tell the plot of the story about the Satan worshippers?
Well, you have to.
If I were Satan, I'd be offended. If I were the devil, I'd be pissed off right now. That's enough to make you.
Well, we were talking about that too. I said, well, you mentioned that if you were Satan,
just look at me.
I know. Like, what was it? He had he does have pride.
If you look at Christian mythology, Satan's very he has
himself.
dignity. He has dignity. This movie has devil worshippers. They're very diverse in their ethnicity, which was odd.
That was actually kind of funny.
This was a very American movie.
Yeah.
We're not being racist. We're just pointing out the fact of this film.
They were very racist in that.
Yeah, the movie felt very racist. You had in the Satanic worshipping group. Who would you have?
Well, first we had this black guy.
Who kind of seemed gay.
He seemed gay, and then he also every time he had his own theme music, which happened to be police sirens.
Yep.
So alrighty,
that's the black
bad already.
And he had the potential of being a really badass character, the way he was. But the way they scripted him, how about the dragon woman?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, boy.
The Chinese lady. Of course, she knows all about tarot cards and knows how to...
Yep. Well, and then, who else did you have? You had the mute girl.
Oh, the mute girl.
That they treated as if she was retarded.
Oh, no. That was the greatest thing.
Yep.
What was the scene like?
It was towards the end, and she was eating someone else's food, and they said, "Oh, ignore her. She's just mute." As if a slam to all people who can't talk. As if they're just
don't mind her. She's
just stupid.
Mute doesn't mean that you're stupid. It means that you can't talk.
This movie was very offensive in these regards, and the leader of the Satanic cult was a mix between a Spanish fella and a Native American, who was the most ridiculous character of the whole film, who was an embarrassment.
He was pretty unbelievable.
It was kind of like Jacob trying to be Charles Manson, Jacob from Twilight, trying to be Charles fucking Manson.
Well, he was very well ripped, but he had some of the dumbest lines, like, you felt stupid. I guess that's almost exactly like Jacob, so I guess maybe they're played by the same character?
Maybe it was the father.
The
father of Jacob was in this film. So you have a group of satanic hippies that move into a town of a population of 40 people.
Yeah.
And they take advantage of the good-naturedness. And we've gone through all the ethnic groups of the film because the heroes of the movie are the blue-collared Americans in Middle America. So they have the onslaught of the foreigners invading their town. I mean, really, that's a fucking film.
Yeah.
So what happens is the biggest plot of the film is they beat up a little boy's grandpa. The little boy decides to get revenge by killing a rabid dog and then taking the blood of the rabid dog, injecting it into meat pies, and then giving the meat pies to the demonic worshipping hippies. So if
he was trying to give them rabies or whatever.
He did give them rabies.
Well, like it seemed that it was very huge in that family because it seemed like everywhere there's posters all over the world. They're like, make sure you be careful because you might get rabies.
Yeah, it seemed like they were supposed to be veterinarians, but they were bakers.
Right. Well, the grandfather was a doctor.
The grandfather was a doctor.
And the mother was the baker.
Yeah.
So the kid had to
mix the two came together. You had the rabies and the meat pies and the meat pies and the hippies, and then the hippies start killing everybody.
Yeah.
Which was...
The kid was the most amazing.
He was actually, dopey. Yeah. I call him dopey, but he was actually he was the best actor.
He looked like Little Orphan Annie.
That's what he says. That's a pretty good...
because he went out and did everything. He was like a little Boy Scout, you know.
But he seemed more like a Boy Scout. But here's the thing: if you've got Satan worshipping, violent hippies, do you really want to give those guys rabies? How fucking stupid!
No. What happens if you find a violent person and you inject them with things that will make them even more violent?
Exactly. So that's what this movie did.
That's what happens.
But it is interesting. I will have to say that this terrible piece of fucking horse shit of a film was rather original in the fact that this is one of the earliest accounts I can think of where there was no zombies or werewolves or monsters. There were just human monsters that have rabies, which could happen. And it was actually based off of that one story the guy was telling. The director in the commentary mentioned that he heard a story in Iraq of wolves that attacked the town. Well, remember?
You got to remember how the guy said it. He's like, it was over in Iraq, across the sea.
Yeah,
it's like, you mean, not Iraq in America? Seriously? Okay.
But he heard that there was a town that was attacked by rabid dogs and a bunch of children had been attacked and the kids had to be put in cages. They were frothing at the mouth. So he thought that's a scary concept and he came up with the idea.
The concept is really good. It is scary, but the way
the execution of it fucking sucked.
It was awful.
So for Manic Tea Party, brought to us by Tranquility. I love you guys. Way to go,
Very good tea.
Plymouth, Michigan, we salute you. But for a Manic Tea Party, let me think. Would this even be considered a beer and pizza movie? Would you invite friends over to watch this thing?
I don't know. You invited me, so...
Well, I invited you so we could make this show. Well, thanks to Netflix, they kind of screwed up my order, but this came...
Well, it was enjoyable.
It was fun to make fun of.
if Mystery Science 3000, if they could ever get a hold of this film and
cut out all...
Well, there's nudity in it, so they wouldn't be able to do it.
Well,
but this would have been a very good film for them to be able to do.
I think if you're wanting to watch a movie that you can make fun of, if you want to just get friends together, drink some beers, get real shit-faced, I think this is a fun movie to laugh at. But if you're going to watch a movie thinking that this is going to be another great exploitation film, no. Manic does not recommend it, not unless you just want to add it to your collection, because you just can't fucking feel complete without this piece of shit. So, this has been Manic Exorcism, and Dumbass Dan. Dee, we keep changing his name because we can't find one that fits. So maybe send some requests in. What do you want Dee to be called?
Oh, that scares the hell out of me.
Anyway, you guys have a very good day, night, evening. I don't give a horse's ass. Just enjoy yourselves. Manic loves you. Peace out.